talk don't bother me.
And welcome to Let 'em Talk. I'm Paul DiRienzo.
And I'm Miss Joan Marie Musi.
And we're welcoming Andrey Bartenev.
Yes.
I got it good. All right.
Hello, everyone.
Came all the way from Russia to be with us.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a big pleasure to be here.
And Andrey is an artist and a designer and has a lot of things we're going to talk about. And in fact, I'm going to show you the video that is behind us right now, which we're going to watch during the show, which you'll describe.
And we met Andrey
yes.
this summer at,
Right.
at,
So folks will see what's going on behind us.
at an exhibit in the Greenwich Village at the Lesbian, Gay, Transgendered, Bisexual Center.
Oh, yes.
And
yes,
it was
My
an
friends
exhibit. Yeah, he had a friend exhibiting, and the main exhibitor was our friend Gilbert Baker, who had an exhibit of his map series, which is showing, by the way, now at the Yippie Cafe.
Oh, my God.
So everybody should stop over there to see that.
Yeah, it's beautifully hung and shown and everything, 9 Bleecker Street. But Andrey, you're our guest today, and what are we watching right now behind us? It's fascinating. I was watching this earlier. It's a line in
It's a
red.
beautiful dance piece.
Right, and
Thank you
very
so much.
sort of
Yes.
sexy outfits. And,
I
they're-
got grant from Moscow Culture Department
Yes.
to make performance piece on base Chekhov play, Three Sisters.
Yes. And it's
And-
a very well-known play.
I sure. In Russia it's like
A classic.
monumental classic piece, and
Yes.
it's repeat every year. Many theaters just to do different versions and different team of theater stars working with projects. And but I decided to make play have 4 acts,
Yes.
and I decided to cut and make 4 different show for this play. And first I put first act in first my show, my first performance, and I worked together with choreographer Larissa Alexandrova and with American composer, young composer Felix Venturas. I met him 5 years ago on party in William de Kooning.
the artist, right?
Yes, William
Yeah.
de Kooning family. And first time how I met Felix, it was like a very private party, everyone dancing, just me because I was like older and standing and look at next to me stand a tall guy, like 20 years old, and he doesn't dance, and I think strange guy. Why everyone dance? I understand. I'm older here because it's like 15, 14 years kids dancing on the stage, and it's okay for me. But why he's not dancing? And later, another my friend who was with me on the same party, he sent me link to documentary film about young boy who composed on piano different neoclassic things.
Sure.
And I looked to this film and recognized this is
Oh,
guy
this
who
was the
next
man
to
you were
me.
standing with.
He was like
Wonderful.
22, 24 years old boy, and it's Felix. And I was absolutely fall in love with his music. And next time, Lisa de Kooning took me for a party to another house in Hampton, and she tell me what like
In
it
the
will be.
Hamptons, you just said,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
like it will be piano evening.
Yes.
And oh yes, I would like to go. I'm big fan of piano. And we came to this party, and I saw it's again Felix, and he composed his own version of Cinderella.
Okay.
You know, of course,
Sure.
by Prokofiev, the
Right.
most famous piece in the world. And he composed his own version of Cinderella, and he played this. And one piece was with title Pantarella.
Oh, like Italian folk music.
Yes,
Yeah.
something.
Beautiful.
Yes, and it was so incredible, beautiful rhythm, energy, crazy.
It's
And I said, oh my
fantastic.
God, Felix, we should to do together performance. And in the same time, I was invited to perform in national art clubs, arts club,
Here
on
in
Gramercy
In
Park.
Gramercy
Okay,
Park,
Gramercy
of
Yes.
course,
Right,
a
sure.
beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
building.
Yes, I was invited to perform there, And I create a performance piece with title Shaking Candles.
Shaking candles.
Angles.
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 Yes.
Oh, right, shaking angles.
Yes,
right.
like
Angles, right. Sure.
and of course I say, Felix, this is your most beautiful piece, should be base for our performance. And you know, this is exhibition place in National Art
Yes,
Club.
Sure.
It's long corridor
Yes.
and pictures from one side and from both sides, and
Right.
very long.
It's like an
place.
old gallery, an old-fashioned
Yes.
gallery.
It's a
Yes.
very
Victorian
old-fashioned-
gallery.
And the
yeah.
building is gorgeous. We've been
Building
to
is
many
gorgeous.
shows there.
Yes,
Yes.
it's like one of my favorite places
Right.
in New York.
Absolutely.
Very
me
beautifully
too.
old
I'd
Victorian
love to go to
building
an
and beautifully
opening
done,
there.
I'm big fan of architecture, and
Yes.
of course I know this place and how I got invitation to perform there. I say yes because I love this place
Yes,
very much,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and I create special idea for shaking candles because this is long space, and I put all audience on one side of a wall. On our other side of a wall, I put actors,
Mhm.
and in the middle, between one line of actors and audience, I put performers
Uh-huh.
in objects, and acting line push
Yeah.
objects on the audience,
Ah.
and the audience like just what to do?
They
It just
catch
push
it,
back,
They push it back.
and it was like
Like Occupy Wall
yes,
Street.
because it's like shaking angles.
Yeah,
Yes,
And
and, you use
artists.
that corridor
Yes.
effect.
Yes, I did.
wonderful. Mhm.
Right.
And for me was was kind of transformation about artists in modern life, because artists try create something his own world, original world, his fantasy, his object, his experimental things, but critics from one side, we push artists, and audience push artists from another
other
side,
side, that's
and
right.
artists like between these two army, and he just all time shaking,
Okay.
like shaking angle.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, and we did this very successful performance together with
Right.
Felix, and it was big queue of people. We performed twice, and it was
Right. On at
full-
Gramercy at the National Art
yes,
Club,
it
yeah.
was full anytime,
Yeah.
and it was huge queue outside, and it just limit of people who can
How many people
get
that can
in,
get
and
in,
just
right.
because it's
Right.
yeah. After this successful piece, which we did together with Felix, I was invited to do installation for William de Kooning Foundation
Yes.
in his studio, and I was residence artist. In his studio, I stayed like 2 months, and I created beautiful piece with title "The Sun Pool."
Yes, I saw
Like
that.
yeah,
Yes.
the Sun Pool. And
Yes.
again, I invite Felix to compose music for my installation. And but this is all my project in America. It's of course not possible without Watermill Center
Yes.
by Robert Wilson.
Yes.
In 2002, I was introduced by my friend, famous Russian photographer, Pavel Antonov. He introduced me to Robert Wilson.
Yes.
And in this time, first time I came to New York, it was 2001 after 11th of
Right.
September.
9/11, right.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we call it
Oh.
9/11 is also represents the numbers you
yeah,
dial
okay.
for the police or the
yes.
fire
An
department
emergency.
emergency.
yeah, okay.
So that always caught on with the public, the idea of 9 September and 11 the day. So 9.
oh, yeah, I'm
Right.
sorry about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And in
You
this
had problems
time,
in Russia with that kind of thing too. I mean,
I don't know. I
Okay.
never use. I'm
right,
sorry.
you avoid all that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Sometimes you can't avoid it, like when it
Yeah.
happens right where you're working.
How it was happened in New York, I have so many Russian friends who
Yeah.
live
Yes.
in New York, and we call immediately to our friends and say, how are you? What happens with you? Are you alive? And just we call to all my friends, and all of them was so in bad condition.
Of
Absolutely
course,
bad
it's very
condition. It was
traumatic for
very
everyone that was
stressful.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
very cry all time, and
Yeah.
one of my friends, she saw from balcony all this tragedy, and she was absolutely in bad condition.
Very
And
traumatizing.
I stayed with my manager in London
Okay.
in this time, and by the case I had visa, and my manager we have visa to visit America, and I say, okay, We buy tickets, we go.
Okay.
We fly by British Airways, and it was 3 passengers on the boat.
Oh, wow.
One Polish woman and 2 Russian guys, crazy. It was like 3-4 days later.
Right. Nobody was coming
Nobody
to
was
New York.
flying, right?
Yes, and we just arrived to
Yeah.
New York, and it was first my time in America and in Manhattan and all this.
Oh, wow.
And I was
What a
absolutely,
moment to arrive.
Right.
I was absolutely cut it out by what I saw. This all this, it's like biggest drama in America,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
for me
yeah.
it's like biggest shock from all what I see about Manhattan,
Yeah.
because I'm very crazy about Malevich. You know, you should know Malevich, most famous
Sure.
Russian avant-garde artist.
Sure.
And he created many different ideas
Mm-hmm.
how to transform world.
Okay.
And what I saw, my first impression from Manhattan, it was exactly Malevich theoretic things about architecture, suprematism, because all these cubes, different kind of height
Yes.
of
Yeah.
cubes,
Yeah.
I saw absolutely abstract object
Yeah.
in front of me, and I
Yeah.
was absolutely
Sure.
cut it out and shocked by this, and I say, oh, this is my love.
Right.
Manhattan, it's like
There's nothing
Yeah.
like it.
from if you go out from Queensboro
Right.
Bridge or Brooklyn Bridge, any bridge, but you have beautiful view on
Right,
Manhattan.
the
Yes.
This is
span
Yes.
the
of,
most
right.
beautiful,
Either side, from the west or the
gorgeous.
east. It's incredible.
most beautiful contemporary modern art piece
Yes.
for my mind.
Sure.
Yeah, and after this I start more visit New York, and 2002 I was introduced to Robert Wilson, and Bob told me, oh yes, okay, I have a great idea for you. I want to invite you to be main artist for my benefit program. And in 2002 I did a beautiful
What is the benefit for?
For the watermill.
Oh,
for watermill
For the
center.
watermill. Okay,
yes,
right.
and
right,
I
right.
did all installations. It was Red Night,
Okay.
and I did beautiful performance piece, The Ladder of Red, based on avant-garde Russian.
Right. The letter of red. In other words, the red letter.
No, the ladder. It's like.
Oh, because you know there's
ladder.
a
Oh, ladder.
Ladder.
Ladder. Okay,
I'm
great.
sorry.
No, that's all
I
right.
need your English language lesson.
No, because
How
there's
to
a-
write to pronounce.
Okay, that's it. But now
There's
you know
a
ladder,
famous,
right?
Ladder.
Well, there's so many like that, like letter, ladder.
But
There's
also
some-
No,
there's-
this is like
Ladder,
case
right,
to,
right,
get
right.
up.
But the reason that
Yes.
Paul misunderstood is because there's a very famous novel in American
Right.
writing called The Scarlet Letter.
Right.
My God.
Which is
Yes.
a woman who is caught in
An
a
adultery
adultery, yeah, right?
in the
and
puritanical times.
and she has to wear red A
Yes.
everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's
That's why he jumped
That's
on
right,
that.
so
Is that
it's a
culturally,
American
you know,
novel,
it
right.
immediately
My
made
God.
him
Yeah,
think
I
of the
try-
novel.
Sort of like a critique, a critical of that kind of lifestyle.
but I can tell you, maybe I just try to create new historical historical moment for American culture with my letter of red, because based for my performances was another avant-garde things from Russian history. It's was theoretic about what is we have energetic circle. And this is an energetic circle. We can transform to the sun by the like by repeat,
Okay.
not like lines, but circle. We repeat many times this circle,
Okay.
and because sun it's circle,
All
and
right.
it's go to earth like many circles, and
Okay.
it's create this ladder.
Okay.
And you just can
Oh, I
with your
see.
minds you can just
Climb
with
right
your
up.
fantasy.
You
yes.
climb the ladder.
That's
to the sun.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And
Right.
red,
Right.
it's kind of symbol of sun.
So,
And
go ahead, finish. I want to ask you a question though, because
Yes.
Andrey Bartenev, who's been telling us about some of his work as an artist, really, in many different mediums, and we're talking more about the theatrical side, and we're watching a dance piece behind us that
Three Sisters by Chekhov.
that he designed, and Andrey, I just want to know a little bit about you. Okay, you were born in Russia. What part of Russia?
Oh yes, this is interesting things. If you know in America, Alaska,
Yes.
Yes.
I was born in same climate but in Russia.
Oh,
Okay.
could you see Alaska?
Never.
Okay.
But I know where I was born.
Yes.
My city stayed on piece of ice.
Yes.
It's like last city to the Arctic Ocean.
Oh, wow.
Close to the Arctic. Wow.
Yes, and next to the biggest Siberian river, Yenisei, which is go from Tibet
Oh, wow.
through all of Russia, it go to Arctic Ocean, and it's create half island,
Okay.
and in middle of this half island, we have city Norilsk. It's Norilsk Aluminium
Okay.
factory. It's from there, and Norilsk
Alright.
Aluminium company. It's from this city, and I was born on this in this beautiful
Oh,
place.
Piece of
wow.
ice.
Yes, it's piece of art because
Right.
it's white, flat, empty, and very cold,
Yes.
Right.
and beautiful sun.
Right.
In the winter we have
All
no
dark,
light
right?
at all.
Yes.
Okay.
In the summer we have sun just
All light.
passing
All
by,
Similar to, that's
and it's
similar to
like from beginning
Alaska.
of May
Okay.
and it's to end of September. It's just
That's fantastic.
no night.
Okay.
And do you go back there often?
No, not anymore. But 2 years ago I performed.
Oh,
This
fantastic.
is my art piece. It's called Bubbles of
Bubbles
Hope.
of Hope. I
Yes,
love
Bubbles
that.
of Hope.
I love that.
We did
Yeah.
tour
You've got to go on the internet and see all of these YouTubes.
Bubbles of Hope. Yes.
Right.
First we performed with this piece in London
Right.
for another absolutely crazy and beautiful project which called Alternative Miss World by British famous artist Andrew Logan, and it just came out a new documentary movie about him, and it's oh no, I can't pronounce. This is absolutely English humor title. I can't. It's something like British Guide How to Come Out. Something I don't know.
Right. Right.
But
The
it just
British
came.
Guide to
Yes.
coming out.
The guide to coming out.
Yeah, that's something. It's
Yes.
but it start like it just premiere was in beginning of November, and
Okay.
we visit London with this film, and we get tour around UK with this movie. But first time I performed with Bubbles of Hope for this competition, and I got second prize. I am
Alright.
alternative Vice Miss World.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I am alternative Vice. Vice.
Okay.
Yes,
Miss
like-
Wald. Okay.
Alternative Vice
Alternative.
Miss World.
Okay.
Yes, just one of my titles.
All right.
But 2006
Okay.
in Baltimore, I got title Super Boobs of Baltimore 2006. Do you know it's a bra festival in Baltimore?
Baltimore is
Yes, I am one
Okay.
of winner.
Yes, the bra festival.
Yes.
All right.
2006 I have title
Okay.
Super Boobs of Baltimore 2006.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, and I'm looking at some of your costumes. They're pretty amazing on the internet.
Thank you.
And your work is you can see Andrey's work on the internet. I think just search your name.
Andrey
YouTube.
Bartenev. It's Bartenev.
Right. Bartenev. Right.
EV, yes.
Yeah. Just type that Andrey Bartenev into the internet and all go to images or films and videos, and you'll see many things. You can tell it's all in Russian, so you can
But
easily.
visually it's
yeah,
beautiful.
it's beautiful.
And-
Yeah, it's
And
absolutely
I
beautiful.
wanted to ask you too, you work in so many different mediums. You've made short films, you've done theater pieces, you've done dance pieces, your costumes are unbelievable, just so
Thank you so much.
beautiful. And do you feel like you're an artist that can go to all these different places? Is that part of your whole persona? Is that you're not limited by genre?
In 90s, every critic tell me, which is I'm out of genre, and it was like biggest my mistake. But from 2000, everyone start talking about multimedia artist,
Yes.
and I'm already was in 90s multimedia artist, and I did performance art, graphic design, sculptures, installations.
The
I
lighting is
design
so
for-
important, right?
Yes, but do you know why? Because I was born in so empty space. This is very poor nature.
Right.
Like, in same time, I have feeling of beauty of emptiness. But if you born and half of your life was spent in this very empty piece of ice, after you want to try everything. You want travel, you want music, you want dance, you want build, you want cut, you want paint, you
Because
want
you feel the
talk.
void of that
Yeah,
place.
because energy, yeah.
Yes,
You have to
to
fill that
that.
void.
Yeah.
A huge void. To the horizon, all around you, 360 degrees. Pretty amazing.
Yes.
As far as you
And
can see.
and in our
Occasional
beauty,
polar bear.
yeah, of course, polar bear. It was in our zoo. We had 3 animals: North deer, polar bear, and monkey.
Okay.
And we kids this teacher was carried to this zoo, and we, oh, this is polar bear, this is North deer, and this monkey.
Yeah, right.
Just like, oh my
Wow.
God! It's so surprised our North nature.
Right.
Monkey, yes,
Yeah.
part of our nature.
They have monkeys there too, as well?
No, of
Yeah,
course. It was only in zoo.
It didn't belong
It's like,
there.
you know, it's like very big
The other two
contrast.
animals did,
Of course,
Yeah.
but,
it's
but
exist.
the monkey didn't.
But it's like contrast from Africa,
Right.
something from Africa.
Right, from a
Right,
whole
yes.
different.
It's like 3
Yes.
animals in zoo
tropical
and nothing
environment.
more.
Right.
Nothing, just 3 animals,
Sure.
and you're just shocked
Took a lot of
already.
work probably to
Yes.
care of them.
It's too much
Yes.
for North kids. It's just.
Overwhelming,
Right.
right?
Overwhelming to
Yeah.
see that, right.
That's so
But
great.
nature teach me how to be monumental thinking,
Sure. I see
because this is so beautiful, so strong nature, and what I try create, just try repeat this is monumental feeling from North nature.
Right.
The vastness, right?
Yeah.
Just like so
But-
much.
Yeah, because you
Right.
can feel this is earth, and
Right.
this earth can move you out very
Right.
easily.
Sure.
Now tell us some more about the Chekhov piece,
Oh,
because
yes,
you said
please.
this is the first act.
Yes.
What are the plans for
Now we're
more?
watching on
And
this
tell
one,
us a
yeah.
little bit about this act as well.
It's again very related to New York.
Yes.
All my ideas about and proposal for Chekhov Three Sisters are very related. I was fly by a Russian air company from New York to Moscow, and if you take on the board, you have big package of Russian newspapers.
Sure.
And if you like 1 month or 2 months you spend out of Russia, you want to read all newspapers.
Sure.
And one newspaper was called Komsomolskaya Pravda. I don't know. It's Young Communist Party newspaper.
Sure.
It doesn't change title, but it's very popular, most popular newspaper
Sure.
in Moscow. And no, it's I'm sorry, it's Moscow Komsomolets. It's Moscow Komsomolets, Moscow Communist something.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay.
I opened newspaper, and it was Three Sisters article, and this article was about like little village in middle of Russia,
Okay.
and it's nothing to do.
Right.
And women in this village, we do homework in morning
Sure.
and go to big road, and we have one business, prostitution.
Okay. Okay. That's
Because
what I think.
it's go by big trucks.
Ah,
Sure.
yes.
We stop, we make
Right.
sex, we
Same
get
thing here,
money,
yeah, exactly.
come back to
Yeah.
home,
Sure.
buy some food,
Sure.
and all kids which Three Sisters got, it's from this
Yes.
business.
Yes.
And in morning we make food and come back to business. Older sister, she was sent to prison because
Okay.
she killed someone, drivers,
Oh,
by
right.
accident.
Right. Right.
But
yeah, it's
kids
happened.
she
I've heard
left
this story.
to middle sister.
Okay.
Middle sister escaped with one driver because she fall in love.
Okay.
And all kids from two sisters, we
Or the youngest.
donated to youngest
The
sister.
youngest sister
And the
inherits
youngest
the
sister
children.
just carried all three group of kids, make your day job on the road,
Okay.
on the driveway, come back. And this story just opened for me how old idea of Chekhov can be
Sure.
transformed by modern
That's
life.
right.
Oh, there you go.
This is
Right.
title in newspaper, and it's. I don't want to repeat story about prostitution girls on the driveway, but this is transformation which came through newspaper
Right.
article.
Right.
Give me geometric structure how I can transform story of Chekhov,
Right.
and I got triangle
Mm-hmm.
like base for my interpretation, and we can see in our show Three Sisters seven novels
Yeah.
and 3 heroes. It doesn't matter, girls, boys, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But every combination
Sure.
exhibit a panorama of emotion, expression, and stories.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be 3 different sisters with different stories, 3
Okay.
different sisters with different character,
Okay.
and
I
it
see
could
what
be
you're saying.
male or female.
Yes, you're taking the
base.
triangle of the relationship between the 3 siblings of whatever
Yes.
and showing how many different configurations that can take on.
Right,
That's
right.
so
Because
fantastic.
In a
Modern
sort of
life-
Dickensian sort of story, Chekhov is sort of like the underbelly of 19th century, Russia, basically, I guess.
Yes.
Right.
And how this 19th century Russian story can be transformed to modern life
Sure.
by art.
Which is sad in a way, because it could be even in America.
Well,
it
it's
could
the
be.
continuity
Yes.
over
Yeah.
time.
It's,
yeah.
First time it came idea for me, if I do this in America with performance piece, I can like get any little town in middle of United States, and all dreams of 3 sisters could be about New York, New York.
Sure.
Like in
Right.
Chekhov, it's Moscow, Moscow, capital
Right.
city of Russia.
Right.
But in New York, in United States, in New York, it's like a more
Sure.
energetic city of United States, and 3 girls, 3
Right.
sisters in little town we can dream about.
It's an old
About
story.
this,
It's really,
yes.
you caught it. It's an old story here as well as in Russia. It's the same.
Yes, absolutely. And I
Right, there's
Maybe
a
in France as well.
universality and a timelessness too.
Yeah, in London and Paris and
Yeah, in
and
France.
Beijing probably.
yeah, it's true. Why Chekhov became international classic?
That's
Right.
exactly
Playwright.
right.
We have half a minute, 30 seconds, anything like
My
that.
God, it's so
Goes
quick,
fast.
so
Yeah.
fast.
Andrey Bartenev, you could check his stuff out on the internet and just
And
type
you
it
really
in any
have
search
to.
engine and you'll see his
I'm
material.
so sorry. I just try to explain so many things.
Oh,
Well,
Thank
I
you
think we
so
But
covered
we'll
a
have
lot.
you
Right.
back another time.
Right, right.
Yes.
The
Hopefully
masters
this
of
is the
Russia.
first time we'll have you on our show and that you'll come back and we'll talk more.
Absolutely.
About our dreams.
That's right.
Great. We're looking forward to that. We really are. So thank you
Thank
very
you so
much,
much.
Andrey. And welcome to Let Them Talk. And we'll see you next week on Let Them Talk.
All right.
Bye.